You have 3 minutes.
Before I begin with what I have to say, I must critique this referendum as it stands. The principle of natural justice states that the accused parties should be made aware of any allegations posed against them and be given a chance to reply. The union has made no attempt to relay any such allegations to us. As such, this is not a fair hearing. On top of failing to ascertain what we've been charged with, the union further burdened with us with essentially giving us only 2 days to prepare our defence. Many of our members work weekend jobs, in addition to assignments and a normal student workload. This is not a fair hearing. You've heard our first speaker focus on the importance of diversity of opinion on this campus. The notion of free speech is at the heart of academia. To hear all narratives and give them a place to be heard is essential to human growth and ethical development. The union ought to protect dissident students from discrimination. They should not be standing by ambivalent to the silencing of dissenting opinions, which is exactly what our learned friends are trying to do today. However, let us be reminded that free speech is at the heart of more than just academia. The union claims it is also committed with its referenda to democracy, as though democracy has a value over and above my rights or your rights. However, democracy is not preeminently valuable or valuable for its own sake. The value of democracy arises from the importance of speech. If we use a seemingly democratic process to silence free speech, we shoot ourselves in the foot by removing the very foundations of our democracy. By failing to recognise these key attributes of democracy, our learned friends would allow a tyranny of the majority. Their view of democracy offers no defence against the atrocities perpetrated by majorities in the past. It would be fine under this model to legislate allowing slavery if the majority voted for it. With this view of democracy, it is impossible to care properly for any minority. We seriously question AUSA's commitment to student representation and ask if they live up at all to their role as a union, as the union for the students. There is contention, there has been much contention, over whether or not they are a public entity on Facebook and other areas. However, that is irrelevant. If they are a public body, they have breached Section 14 and Section 15 of the New Zealand Bill of Rights Act by allowing a motion which would punish free expression of belief. If they are a private entity, they have breached Section 21 of the Human Rights Act by facilitating discrimination of political opinions. This attempted violation of our human rights is not only unjust, but also probably illegal. We cannot stand by and watch human rights be violated. It is not in our nature, even if the union has it in theirs, with their caricature of democracy. Even if the union refuses to do so, we will continue speaking for the speechless.
Owen is open to questions if there are any from the floor. Yep, come on up and state your question.
Hi. So your beliefs, your pro-life beliefs, would you say they are grounded in religion, or is that, I don't know, something else?
What does religion have to do with this conversation today? It is irrelevant. We're talking about an issue of human rights, and in a time where people used to respect each other for holding alternative opinions. People used to respect each other when someone held a different opinion to someone else. Religion is irrelevant.
Another question? Is there another question from the floor for Owen?
I just wanted to ask, so obviously we're all aware that AUSA is essentially a club for students. It's a broadly speaking, essentially a private organisation for us to represent us. So when you're talking about breaking laws regarding, freedom of expression and rights, I don't really see how that works. This referendum is not to shut down the club. This has nothing to do with that at all. And so I just want to ask why you think that your right to express yourself, which isn't being called into question, is relevant to this proposal, which is actually an AUSA. AUSA questioning whether this group matches its purpose to exist.
The point of this whole motion, which has been to attempt to disaffiliate us, has been to punish us for exercising those rights, for exercising our right to freedom of expression, for exercising our right to freedom of belief, for exercising our right to freedom of assembly on campus. We've been punished for this, and the people are trying to punish us for exercising our rights. That's why it's a rights issue. Thank you.